welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon, and this is a channel that is dedicated to all things related to narcissism. I've been married to a covert narcissist for close to 20 years. I'm separated from him now, and what I do with this channel is I use my real-life experiences to get information out there to people about what narcissism really is, what it looks like, what it does to you, and what it does to your family. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how a narcissist cannot be helped. I'm specifically going to be speaking about a covert narcissist, but this does relate to a lot of other types of narcissism as well. So the most important thing to recognize when you're in a relationship with a narcissist is that you're in a relationship with somebody that is profoundly and permanently mentally ill. They can't be changed. They can't be helped. There is a core part of themselves that is missing. They don't have the ability to form an attachment to anybody else. There's no bond with anyone else. They are completely isolated from human emotion. They only can feel anger, resentment, and jealousy. They don't feel love. They don't feel connected to anybody. They don't want to take care of anybody. And this goes to their own children as well. Nobody has to tell most people to feel love for their children, to want to take care of their children. Narcissists don't have that connection. It's not in them. It's 100% missing. So they can't be helped because they can't even recognize that they have a problem. Now, narcissists can recognize that things have gone wrong in their life, but they don't look at it as their fault. It's always somebody else's fault. It's, their parents' fault. It's your fault. It's the dog's fault. It's anybody but themselves. My husband likes to say that he's having a rough time or it's bad luck. Somehow these bad things happen that he is it's unrelated to the way that he acted. That's how he is. That's how all narcissists are. They can't recognize themselves as the culmination of their problem. So it's like if I was an alcoholic and I don't recognize that I'm an alcoholic, I'm not going to stop drinking. Why would I? I don't have a problem. I like to drink and I don't have a problem drinking, so I'm going to keep drinking. That's how narcissists look at it. The world is against them. Narcissists expect special treatment. They're extremely arrogant. They lack empathy. Nothing is their fault. So you might recognize, you see where they've gone wrong. It's obvious what the narcissist has to do to improve their life. But you have to remember, this is where the mental illness comes in. They can't recognize this. They will never recognize it. They are fundamentally flawed human beings. Something drastically went wrong and it can't be fixed. If I have a dog, I have a dog. I can't suddenly want my dog to be a cat. It's never going to happen. That's how it is with a narcissist. You have a narcissist. That's who you're with. You cannot have a loving spouse. You can't have a loving child because you have a narcissist. Just like my dog, he's a dog. He's never going to be a cat. You have to accept it, and it's difficult to accept, especially because a lot of narcissists end up with empaths. Now, I'm an empath myself, so this is exactly how it is in my relationship. Empaths believe that everybody can change, everybody can improve, that there's a seed of goodness in everybody, and if only the person could be loved enough, supported enough, shown goodness enough, they could change into this perfect, wonderful person. And that could be true if they had a seed of goodness in them. But narcissists don't have that. There's nothing there. It's like I said in another video, if I'm watering dirt, I'm not going to get a plant out of it. You could shower love on a narcissist. There's nothing there. There's nothing to grow. They're permanently disabled. Narcissists are people that they'd have to be somebody else in order to change. There's nobody that has ever changed a narcissist. No narcissist, people have tried to help narcissists, and psychologists and psychiatrists will tell you that narcissists are the most difficult clients to work with because there's nothing to work with. It's like if you think of a potter, they need, clay, and they can make a beautiful vase or whatever it is, but they have nothing there. There's nothing that they can work with. There's nothing to make. There's no raw material. That's how it is. Narcissists are kind of like, if you've ever seen dogs that have huge fluffy fur, they're covered in fur, and then something happens where the fur gets really matted or they need surgery and they have to just have it shaved all off, and underneath you see who the dog really is. This really skinny little thing, this hairless thing is, cowering in the corner because now it's naked and it's exposed. That's how narcissists are. You see their fur, you see the big coat, but underneath it, there's nothing. They're just a puny little scared person, especially the covert narcissists. Covert narcissists are failures in life. They don't have drive and ambition. They expect a lot from other people, but they never give back. They're not people that are going to conquer the world and improve their life, improve their family, be successful. They're not financially successful. They're failures in life, but they're always trying to cover it up 100% of the time. Narcissists lie all the time, and you initially are going to fall for it. Why wouldn't you? You're not going to assume that somebody that you're with is a liar, but eventually reality is going to hit you. But for the narcissist, reality means nothing. There is no reality. They make up how they want life to be, how they expect life to be, and they want you to fall in line. They're never going to listen to you. They're not going to try to hear what you have to say. Most people, if you're in a relationship with somebody and the person you love is trying to gently guide you to improving yourself or telling you, and it doesn't matter how gently, how sympathetically you do this, trying to help you become better, to recognize issues that you have, you might respond to that. A narcissist never will. That's really what this video is. I want you to understand that, because I've been with my husband now for 18 years. We're separated now because 100% of his narcissism. I don't want other people to be in a relationship for 18 years and be stuck making videos because you've given up your entire youth to somebody that is never going to change. There's really two stages in narcissism. There's the active playing you stage, and that's when the narcissist is lying all the time. And a narcissist will do this permanently, forever, if they can get away with it. The problem for the covert narcissist is that because they are not that successful and they get into financial trouble and other issues, the reality of who they are is going to hit you in the face one day. Then there's the next stage, and that is when the narcissist, and this doesn't always happen, but if the narcissist cannot get away with their lies, if they can't tell you or talk you into believing that they're going to change, you will see who the narcissist really is. And this is like the hairless dog. They will have no affect. This is somebody that has no personality, and you're going to see that. There's no emotion in their voice. Their face is dead. They're soulless, evil people, and you can see that. My husband's like that now. If I try to talk to him about anything at all related to his situation, he changes. If I talk to him, if I say something about, something that the dog did that he thinks he might think is funny, he can respond to that. But if I said something to him like, what are you going to do with the situation? You haven't seen the kids since May. This will be how he says stuff. I know. There's nothing there. He's dead inside. So for me, I can see this. It's obvious, but it wasn't always like this. This is what happens when the narcissist is backed into a corner and there's no way out. My husband has messed up his relationships with everybody in his life. He doesn't have anybody to take care of him now. He's completely on his own. So this is how he acts, and that's who you're with. That's the reality. So it's like, you think you have this big, fluffy, gorgeous dog. Who you really have is this scared, naked animal hunched in the corner. That's how the narcissist is. That's who they really are. And I hate to have people waste time believing that they're going to have a narcissist that changes. They can't be helped because they can never recognize who they are. It's not possible. It's like if I was trying to speak to somebody that didn't speak English, they're not going to understand me. They're not going to be able to listen to me or do anything because there's a huge barrier there. That's how the narcissist is. There's no emotional availability at all. Narcissists can and will hurt you. They don't handle things. They take off if they can't handle things. One time, now that I look back on my relationship, there were so many red flags, but I didn't see them at the time because I believed his lies. At the beginning of our relationship, I can't even remember what happened. We were at a Major League Baseball game and my husband got mad about something. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. He took off. He just left because they can't confront reality. They can't do anything, and they're not protective of the people in their lives. He actually abandoned me in the middle of a strange city and just took off. Now, I knew the city somewhat, but I had actually recently moved there like a year before, so I wasn't that familiar with the city. But even if I knew that city like the back of my hand, to have a man abandon a woman in the middle of a city in the middle of the night because he didn't want, and I don't even remember what the issue was. Honestly, it was probably the way he was treating me. But, he used to go to these games and get really drunk. I was probably upset about that. He just took off and left. That's narcissism. That's somebody that doesn't care. Now, I wish that I had the self-esteem to put an end to it then, but I believed him when he said that, he didn't know what he was doing, or I can't remember what he said, but he likely would have told me something along those lines, that he was sorry, that he just got so mad he couldn't control himself, that type of thing. That's completely unacceptable. Narcissists will rip you to shreds. That's why I make these videos. I really want to help people to understand this. And I don't want people to think that they can change a narcissist. And I'm not trying to bring bad news to people. I don't want to say, well, it's just hopeless. I want reality. I want you to understand there's nobody, you're going to hear that 99% of narcissists don't change. That does people a huge disservice. No narcissist can change because they are profoundly and permanently mentally ill. Even professionals can't handle these people because they cannot recognize reality. Nobody can change. They can't recognize that there is a problem to begin with. So thank you for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it. I try to make videos a few days a week, and I will see you in the next video. God bless you all.